Hello friends, today we shall discuss about marketing for export. We welcome you to this project of learning export and import trade. Enjoy learning. Thanks. In respect of marketing for export, we shall discuss as follows. What are the achievements a salesperson can do? Enter into export market. Selection of the item for export. Selection of the export market. Pricing of the product. Selection of the buying agent. Preliminary preparation of a business unit. Terms of payment documentation. Obtaining export order. Participation in international trade fair. How we can find details of prospective buyers. MDA grants in respect of handicrafts. EPCH and its activities. A single sales letter can bring over $1 billion sales for a daily newspaper. This letter, written by a freelancer, was first sent out in 1974 and mailed continuously for over 25 years. A single salesman in a small retail showroom can sell more than 12,500 cars in his automobile sales career of only 12 years. Yes, that means more than 1,000 cars in a single year, more than 4,000 cars in a single day, consistently for 12 years, and he never sold a single car in his life before this job. A young chef in a small restaurant in Paris can change the fortune of some of the best known countries and companies in his second innings. He created powerful, persuasive campaigns and is considered one of the best advertising minds this world has ever produced. A single sales letter can sell an obsolete model of a premium luxury car in more than 1,000 numbers and unload the surplus. A single book can get the credit of creating more self-made millionaires and billionaires in the history than any other books or programs. You can know more about your prospect's personality than you know about your spouse in a very first meeting and sometimes even without meeting. 53-year-old man running a very small business can create one of the world's most successful franchises in his next 30 years. He was included in Time 100, the most important people of the century, and earned a fortune during his lifetime. A self-taught, sick, colorblind, and polio patient can become founder of indirect persuasion techniques and conversational hypnosis, also known for influencing unconscious mind. These are just fraction of examples that we see in life of successful salespersons. One of the finest quality of top salespeople is their ability to capitalize their knowledge on lifetime experiences of other salespeople to become a successful person in short span of time. They know they have to think smart along with hard work to become leader in information age. Master salespeople also know that if they have to reach at top in a short span of time, then simple selling skills are not sufficient. They have to learn and master advanced selling skills to keep them ahead of average salespeople. These are just fraction of examples that we see in life of successful salespersons. One of the finest qualities of the top salespeople is their ability to capitalize their knowledge on lifetime experiences of other salespeople to become successful in a short span of time. They know they have to think smart along with hard work to become leader in information age. Master salespeople also know that if they have to reach a top in a short span of time, then simple selling skills are not sufficient. They have to learn and master advanced selling skills to keep them ahead of average salespeople. Now, we discuss the marketing in context of export. How one can enter the export market? Before entering into export market, it is necessary that the product to be exported must be selected and then the market to be approached should be identified. How the product for export can be selected? The selection of product for export mainly depends on the following considerations. An overview of exports of Indian products and its trends in the past and future forecast should be studied. Export statistics of the product can also be studied to find out which products are being exported from India. Detailed export statistics should be studied. Export product demand overseas to be estimated. How the product for export can be selected? Either the exporter should be manufacturer of the product, he can be an agent of the product, or he should have a tie-up with manufacturer or supplier. Vendor development. So that there is no problem in export after obtaining the order and that there is proper coordination about prices and supplies, etc. The products so selected should be available for exports and there should not be frequent fluctuations in cost and price. There should not be any restriction on export of the selected product. There should not be any cutthroat competition with others, manufacturers or suppliers for export of this product. How to select the market? Selection of the market for the product identified can be made in the following ways. Approach the export promotion organization concerned for an advice on the market to be approached of the selected product. Normally, export promotion organizations, EPOs, export promotion councils, EPCs have this kind of information. Make preliminary study on the basis of information already available with the EPCs, EPOs, Chamber Trade Associations, National Council for Trade Information, NCTI, etc. to find out the correct and possible market. Export statistics of the product can also be studied to find out which country is already buying it from India. Market survey report for the product can be studied at the libraries of various organizations to know about the new market. Search and internet sites of various organizations can also be done to get more information. Having done the above exercise, a fairly good idea can be made about the market to be approached. How to fix the export price? For fixing the price, the following elements should be taken into account. Cost of manufactured product, cost of packing individually or in bulk, cost of financing, cost of Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India Limited cover. Cost of expenses incurred on promoting or booking of the order samples. Cost of documentation. Cost of transportation to the port including freight, handling, insurance and other expenses. Cost of taxes, duties, levies etc. if any. Profit margin. On total of all above elements, freight on board export price will be reached. While quoting foreign currency fluctuations, margin should be considered. For cost insurance freight, CIF price, cost of freight from the port of export to the port of destination and the cost of insurance have to be added in FOB. How to get the details of buyers or agents? Export order can be solicited, obtained, booked through one of the following methods. Approach export promotion councils or export promotion organizations, chambers, trade associations, National Center for Trade Information NCTI to get a list of foreign buyers of the products identified. Our embassy in target country can provide a list of dealers in the particular product. EPCH or all EPCs, Chamber of Commerce and Trade Associations, approach the export promotion councils for obtaining a list of overseas agents. Importers, distributors, mail order houses, trade associations, import organizations, etc. for information on possible buyers or buying organizations. Once information of the above points is available, then approach can be made to the buyers or agents or others relevant for booking the orders. What are preparatory steps to be taken before approaching the buyer? It is important to take the following actions before approaching the buyer. To constitute a company for export, open a bank account, obtain importer-exporter code number from DGFT online forms is available, and get registered with the concerned export promotion organization. Prepare, publish and print a small catalog on the company and its business line giving details of products to be exported. Print promotional material on the product such as product profile giving full details of specifications, also quality aspects. Export prices to be fixed for each product, both freight on board and cost insurance freight. Information on your competitors should be obtained so that you are not caught unaware. How to finally select an agent or buyer? While selecting a buyer, care should be taken on the following aspects. Buyer has to be reputed and his credentials can be verified from Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India Limited. Buyers should be prepared to do business on safe terms of payment, which are preferably letter of credit, advance payment, DP, etc. Buyer's net worth in his country should also be got verified. Once the above information has been checked, then a decision can be taken on buyer agent to be approached for business. In case of selection of agent, query should be made from the agents association in the country of import about reputation of the agent and also from the Indian embassy or embassy of the country concerned. Agent can also be asked to give references of the companies represented by him, products represented by him, country represented by him, and his names of main buyers, etc. It is necessary to know the expertise and business turnover of the agent in the products so that we can form an idea about working capacity of the agent. What should be the terms of payment? Normally, export order should be booked on the basis of letter of credit. However, other terms of business can also be considered depending on the confidence of the exporter in the buying company. Documents against acceptance DA. The exports of handicrafts on DA terms are permitted only if the following conditions are satisfied. Export is covered either by bank guarantee or ECGC guarantee, or such export is to own subsidiaries, own trading companies, own office cum warehouses. How to undertake export documentation? It is necessary to take the assistance of a reputed consultant to undertake export documentation. Beginner can also undertake services of a cargo agent or freight forwarder, customs agent, etc. for preparation and completion of the documentation. A regular exporter is advised to have his own experienced staff in this work. How to solicit export order? The export order can be solicited through any of the following methods. Direct mail. After obtaining complete list of buyers, mail communication can be sent to the buyers with details of products, photos, soliciting export order. Personal visit. A personal visit can also be undertaken to the buyer along with full preparation about the sample of products to be exported, export prices, delivery schedule, printed literature, etc. This is an expensive method. Advertisement in business magazines, magazine of chamber and trade associations. A beginner can advertise its products details in the relevant business magazines and in-house magazines of chambers and trade associations for soliciting export orders. Advertisement in business magazines will be an expensive venture, whereas advertisement in in-house magazines of chambers and trade associations may be better. We should become paid members of Alibaba and other popular search engines through buying agents. Important. Buyers or buying houses and their agents located in India can be approached for soliciting the business. Participation in trade fairs. Participation in the trade fairs is another important and effective method of reaching prospective buyers. This method also educates the beginners on the product sold in the market. These trade fairs are held overseas and also in India. Online promotion. Listing of product profiles on important trade portal. Use of social media like Facebook. How to select a fair for participation. Selection of trade fair can be done after obtaining full details of trade fairs being held in various countries. Care should also be taken to select a fair in such countries where there is potential for exports, or else the fair in which buyers from all over the world visit for sourcing. There are fairs which are held in important business centers which attract buyers from all over the world. Details of such fairs can be obtained from the EPC concerned or from the website. How to participate in trade fair. Preparation for participation in trade fair should be done in a very comprehensive manner after selection of the right fair in the right country. Preparations should include preparation of appropriate samples for display at the fair, preparation of publicity material brochure of the company and other important selling points, etc. Knowledge about the country in which trade fair is taking place should also be collected, particularly about the business system, competition being faced, price structure, likely demand, pattern, tariff structure, etc., so that one is fully ready to answer all kinds of questions. Detailed guidance about proper preparation for participation in trade fair can be obtained from the EPC concerned. How to get the names and addresses of business magazines. Details of business magazines in various countries can be obtained from EPCs concerned. Indian embassies overseas and foreign embassies in India. One of the easy way for getting details of business magazines is through directory of magazines. This may also be available on the internet. As a principle, never deduct facilities from cost. Always consider it as cushion for any happenings like quality or other matters. Government policy, fashion, color choice may change. Buyer will increase price with lot of persuasion or you may suffer loss. Duty-free import provisions of consumables and embellishments. In order to enhance the quality of handicrafts products, the member exporters of handicrafts are allowed duty-free import of consumables, embellishments and tools to the tune of 5% of their export performance during the preceding financial year. What are the incentives facilities provided by the state government? You can also avail market development assistance from state government. For more information, you can contact the Directorate of Industries in their respective states. How can an exporter avail the design development facilities? To provide the design development inputs to the interested exporters, the Council has set up a separate organization, namely National Center for Product and Design Development, which provides design input to the members. Now we review the stepwise action. Establishment. Prepare beautiful presentation with photo. Confirm production vendor of the product. Take membership of concerned EPC. Website. Membership of search engine. Details of prospective buyers. Send intro letters and repeat. Follow up on phone. Readiness for quote and samples. Knowledge of export order and documentation. Steps on getting an order. Execution of the order. Receiving payment. Bank work BRC. Post sales service. Follow up for repeat order. Thanks.